Lots of children go through phases where they're particularly interested and excited by a certain toy or TV programme or character, and they will only talk about that TV programme. They will want all the toys and activities related to that TV programme or toy. But for some children, this can go from an interest to being a bit more of an obsession and can start to interfere with their everyday life. So if a child starts to be quite restricted in their interests and will only talk about that toy or may only want to engage in that kind of play, that's when you might like to start trying some of these tricks to help them expand their interests or understand how to use their interests at times when it's appropriate, but also how to switch over to something else. So here are just some simple beginner strategies that you could try if you're finding your child is coming a bit more restricted and specific about what they will play with and how they will interact with you, what they will talk about. For quite young children, a now and next board is a really useful strategy to help their focus of attention on the activity that you want them to think about, and to help move them on from specific interests or playing. So if you want them to finish their dinner and then they can play with their favourite toy, you can put dinner here and then toy. Or maybe they're there playing with their favourite toy and you're aware that you're going to have to put shoes on to go out soon. So you might have now toy, next shoes on, so that you can show them what they'll be expected to do next. So keep it very simple to the two stages with the little ones, because that's as much as they'll be able to think about in their timetable. It will help them really clearly see what's now, what's next. Some children might also benefit from a countdown, so they know how much longer they've got to play with that toy that they really like, or how much longer they've got to talk about their special interest. You could, there are lots of timers online, so on the tablets you can get apps which have timers which show it in different visual ways. They might be okay with just a verbal countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, finished. Other children might need something like a simple sand timer to show you've got 1 more minute to talk about this, or we've got 1 more minute to play this game, then we'll need to start go upstairs to brush our teeth. So use those visuals so that your child can see how long they've got to talk about or to play with their special interest, and then encourage them to move on to something else. Slightly older children might be able to cope with a visual timetable to show them that they've got 2 or 3 activities to do before they can get their playtime. So those are just some strategies that you can use to help manage a child who has a really intense interest be able to move on to other activities. If it's becoming a real difficulty in your everyday life, the restricted interests or the repetitive play, and it's really hard to move them on, that might be a signal that it would be good to seek some further support, either from your GP or doctor, or look at the services you've got available locally. Good luck!